South African tourism is proud to announce its double victory at the International Tourism Film Festival Africa, otherwise known as ITFFA, for the recognition of its innovative Live South Africa campaign, localized for a North Europe audience aimed at attracting travelers from Netherlands, Belgium, and Sweden, that is North Europe, to experience and live South Africa through their eyes of locals. We are now joined on the line by Miss Abby Jacobs. She's the Marketing and Promotions Manager for North Europe at South African Tourism. It's a good morning. Welcome to Ubuntu Radio, Abby.
Good morning, Thelma, and thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Would you kindly explain to us the importance of International Tourism Film Festival Africa Awards?
So the ITFFA is an awards platform that honors excellence in filmmaking, excellence in telling stories, tourism stories, and obviously giving a platform for filmmakers and those who are committed to showing and telling African stories through film for the purpose of tourism. So a very prestigious and exciting platform to be recognized by as South African tourism.
Mm-hmm. And I would like also to know more about Live South Africa campaign that is aimed at targeting North Europe hub. What is it all about?
So in terms of the Live South Africa campaign, which is what we had in place since 2022, as a post-COVID message to invite audiences to come and live again and then coming to Live South Africa. What we've done as North Europe is put locals and South African locals as front and center of that campaign. What we said is, who better to extend the invitation to travelers from Europe than those who actually live in the country, who actually do love South Africa, to go, come and love my South Africa, come and see what it is that's wonderful about us. And of course, the reason we've put locals as front and center is because we know specifically for our North Europe audiences is they want to come and immerse. They want to immerse with locals. They want to meet South Africa. They want to meet the people that make up everything that's great and wonderful about this country. So Love South Africa was then, and especially for North Europe, was then showcasing locals in different areas. The campaign for 2024 specifically focused on tourism entrepreneurs as the locals we were showcasing. And of course, let them tell audiences about their part of South Africa and what they do in allowing visitors to come and live South Africa.
The campaign is targeting travelers from Netherlands, Belgium, and Sweden. What specific strategies did you employ to resonate with audiences in these regions?
So, like I said, one of the core insights we have from this region is that they want to immerse with locals. The second thing is they want to travel like a local. The second thing is they want to travel off the beaten track. They don't want to follow what's in a guidebook. They want to feel like they're getting the inside info and the inside edge on what the locals do and know. And so putting locals as front and center of our campaign was a two-pronged strategy. It was one, to increase the welcome in showing audiences that they are welcome in South Africa. And number two was saying, if our locals are telling you about it, you're going to be traveling like a local when you come. And so those insights, again, everything we do is data and insight led. And so we just use the insight of traveling like a local and wanting to travel like an insider and saying, what a wonderful value proposition we have in South African people, and use them as front and center in inviting our audiences from those three markets to come and indeed love South Africa.
The South African sounds like a unique element. Would you please describe how it was used to capture the country's diverse offerings?
Awesome. Yes, certainly. So the South African, as I said, 2022, we were showcasing SA through the lens of a local, through Liquor Local Tips. 2023, we then showcased SA responsible tourism. And so in 2024, we said, while we've been showcasing the country through the lens of a local, why not use a literal lens to do that? And that was where the idea from the South African was born. We built also the three markets are very serious about responsible tourism and sustainability. So what we did was we built an actual camera made of South Africa with sustainable materials, and we used that camera, called it the South Africam, and took different pictures and some footage around 6 different tourism businesses. We then, with those photos, we then partnered with a restaurant in the Netherlands called Braai, and we turned the restaurant into a photo gallery, showcasing those images. And of course, we then activated that in November last year. So yes, so the South African was a unique element, but also just again linked to showing the country through the lens of a local and amplifying that strategy in a fun way to attract audiences to want to see and know.
The hub received awards for videos showcasing Madikwe Safari Lodge and Soweto. Why were these locations chosen to represent South Africa?
So we actually have chosen 6 different locations. And obviously it was an honor to receive awards for 2 of them. But the reason we chose, it wasn't really about the locations as much as it was about the experience pillars. There are certain things we know that our North European audience want. They want to experience culture. We chose Soweto to showcase culture. They want to experience safari. We chose Madikwe as a destination to showcase safari. Based on our statistics, we know that a lot of travelers already go to Kruger National Park, and we wanted to showcase safari beyond Mpumalanga and beyond the Kruger National Park. So we show the diversity and attain geographic spread from the travelers that come from the region. Other experience pillars from our other videos included adventure and water sports through the Chaka Trail, and then of course food and our food culture through the Boer Cup, and other videos depicting South Africa in that way. So that was really the reason why.
What aspects of Madikwe Safari Lodge did you want to highlight in that particular video?
So as we say, responsible tourism and sustainability is very important to our audience. So what we wanted to highlight was the conservation efforts of that lodge and the community incorporation efforts that the lodge employs. Because responsible tourism is about planet and it's about profit, but it's also about people. And so the safari aspect in South Africa and game lodges and game reserves in South Africa as a whole contribute immensely to our responsible tourism story, because it's about taking care of the natural habitat of animals, it's about taking care of nature, and it's about making communities profitable and beneficiaries of great tourism products in the area. And so that was one of the main reasons we wanted to highlight that lodge.
I mentioned earlier that you also chose the Soweto businesswoman or the female SMME tour operator, Zandile Dlamini. I would like us to talk about that. Why was it important to showcase local businesses like that?
So showcasing SMMEs is a very, very big part of our objective, showcasing small businesses. But beyond what we are mandated to do, the reason why a business like AHA Tours, obviously owned by Zandile Dlamini, was chosen is because firstly, she comes from the community. When she tells stories in her tours, it is with such passion, it is with such an insider's knowledge. And she tells stories about a place that she grew up in, and she brings the audience into her part of South Africa. And that's one of the things, again, that SMME proposition. If anything, community tourism, because of course, a tour operator like AHA Tours is very much about community tourism, somebody from the community creating tourism business opportunities and bringing audiences into it. And the value proposition of community tourism, I believe, is a sustainable competitive advantage lever for South Africa as a destination, because you've got such wonderful stories to tell, and who better to tell the stories than those who come from the areas and those who are actually creating business opportunities through their piece of of South Africa through their city, through their areas. So yes, she is one of many, many wonderful tourism SMMEs within the country. But Sandile was, of course, chosen because of the kind of stories she tells about Soweto and the way she showcases the destination to visitors.
I read an article that mentions that 5.8 there was a 5.8% increase in travelers from North Europe between January and April 2025. How much of that can be attributed to the Leave South Africa campaign?
So when we create, I love that question, but when we create campaigns, we are always trying to build brand equity. And brand equity is something that's built over time. And when we build brand equity, we get more and more audiences to know us, to like us, to choose us. And so we've been targeting North European audiences and I'm going to talk about a post-COVID reality. It's been much longer, but if we talk about since 2021, when we launched our first Live South Africa, Live Again into Live South Africa campaign, the objective has always been to consistently impact recovery and grow tourism from the region. So we employ a number of tactics through digital marketing and through our 360-degree marketing plans that ensure that we attract travelers who want to come to South Africa. We also work closely with our distribution channel, which is our trade partners, the people who actually convert on the ground, the people who sell the destination. We work with them. We do a lot of PR, and then, of course, the digital marketing efforts, which are trackable through lots of different mechanisms. And from that perspective, if I speak specifically about and then, of course, online travel agents or OTAs, such as Expedia or Skyscanner, we also work closely with them to ensure we get the conversion. And all of those things and all of those efforts put together definitely does have a contribution towards then the 5.8% we've seen in terms of growth. The other thing I'd like to say is when we speak to our trade partners and ask, especially those, our top sellers, and ask them to reflect on the percentage growth for South Africa per year, it actually comes out to more than 5.8% increase versus the previous year. So if we had to quantify what each of our partners had said, then it comes to about 6.2%. It varies market by market. For example, for Sweden, it's lower. It's at about 4.2%. For Belgium, it's at about 5.7%, and then for Netherlands, it's a little bit higher. And of course, when we average it out, then it's 6.2%. So all of our efforts are necessary in growing arrivals, and we know that there's other factors. We know that there are other areas of business that are also part of Team South Africa, that are also part of making sure that our arrivals grow. And we're just proud to have some part in making sure these arrival growths happen, because that is our job. And as per the ITFFA slogan for the year, it does take a village. And so we know that the arrivals growth comes from all of our efforts, our private sector in South Africa as well, and how they push. And that's why in all of our campaigns, we aim to bring everybody together. And make sure that we're all working towards a common goal, which is growing arrivals into the destination.
So what are the North Europe's hub's plans for future in terms of promoting South Africa as a preferred tourist destination?
So what's very exciting is we've got a brand new global campaign. Sorry, we've got a brand new global campaign that's just launched. The global campaign is called Come Find Your Joy. And we are actually localizing that for North European audiences. And so, yeah, we're very excited about the plans going forward. We're going to be showcasing how audiences can come to South Africa, connect, reconnect, and indeed find their joy. So that's our plans for the year.
What are some of the key takeaways you hope listeners will remember about the Live South Africa campaign and South African tourism offerings?
So one of the core things we'd like listeners to know is that South Africa is our core proposition is our warm and welcoming people. And we show it through service excellence. When we hear travelers or even our trade partners come and say, service is such a big thing in South Africa that we take so seriously, in terms of hotel service, restaurant service, just the kind of service excellence that comes through. And that is as a result of South African personalities. It's who we are. We're warm, we're welcoming, we're chatty, we're helpful. And that then extends our welcome. And we even see in our brand tracker when people leave, one of the core things we score very highly on is welcoming people. And it's not something we should take for granted. And that's why we put South African people front and center in our campaigns. So if I had to say what are the things that make South Africa a place where people want to come visit, it's our people. And then of course underpinned by all of the other experiences that people do come to South Africa for, such as safari, such as active adventure, such as our warm weather, and our food. So gastronomy and our food offering is something that gets a lot of attention. Firstly, because of the value for money versus quality, because our food is of a very high quality. And compared to other, so I'm obviously talking about North Europe specifically, and compared to the price of food versus quality people would get in Europe, it is very different. And it is such a crux of our value proposition. And people always come to South Africa and are surprised by the food offering. And it's something they always talk about. So it's the food, the safari, the active adventure, yes, the responsible tourism aspect, and how communities are actually making tourism something so valuable and something so great. And then, of course, all underpinned by our welcoming people.
And lastly, I would like to know, I believe that my listeners would also want to know, how can they get access to these videos that won the awards? And if they want to find more information about South African tourism and how SAT can help them in planning their trips, if they want to plan their trips, how do they get such information?
So in terms of the videos, they are available on our South African Tourism YouTube page, and all of our videos are there. So our South African videos can be found there, and they can also be found on our website. And then we've also got www.southafrica.net as our main website, where people can get in touch and reach out, and we can obviously, of course, direct them to people to support them with planning trips and so on.
Thank you so much, Elvie, for your time, and we wish you all the best in future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Thelma, and thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.